Donald Trump hurls insults in NY fraud trial. Judge pleads for lawyer to control him. 5 takeaways. New York. Donald Trump hurled insults throughout a day of testimony Monday as he fought a New York civil fraud lawsuit that threatens what he calls the corporate death penalty and $250 million in penalties. Trump called the trial a scam and a disgrace, and said the judge who ruled he committed fraud knew nothing about him. But New York Attorney General, who brought the case, told reporters outside the courthouse Trump was a bully who had used bombast and insults to distract from documentary evidence of years of fraudulent filings about the value of his real estate. James said the government's case would end later this week, after testimony, which is slated to start on Wednesday. Then Trump's defense will make his case. Here are 5 takeaways from the former president's fiery day on the stand. Trump came out swinging, giving hallway statements to reporters before and after his testimony, and challenging New York Supreme Court Justice Arthur Engoron to his face while on the stand. Trump lashed out at the judge's ruling in September that said he and others fraudulently inflated the value of his assets, and that parts of the Trump empire will lose their New York business certificates. He called me a fraud, and he didn't know anything about me, Trump said. At another point, Trump spoke directly to the judge. You believe this political hack, Trump said, referring to James. Eventually, government lawyer Kevin Wallace asked, "You done?" "No," Trump responded. Engoron, the judge, complained during the morning session that Trump gave broad, opinionated answers that didn't respond to the questions of government lawyers. "I beseech you to control him if you can," Engoron told Trump lawyer Christopher Kise. Engoron threatened to dismiss Trump as a witness and consider his responses and lack of further testimony negatively. "This is not a political rally," Engoron said. "This is a courtroom." When Trump attorney Alina Habba defended the former president by saying Wallace wasn't asking succinct questions, and then told Engoron he was there to listen to what Trump had to say, the judge ordered her to sit down. "This is a very unfair trial," Trump said. "I hope the public is watching." After more back and forth, government lawyers suggested taking a break so Kise could advise Trump. The afternoon session was less contentious. In the public relations battle over the trial, Trump allies focused on Engoron for admonishing Trump and for how he presided in the courtroom. "I was told to sit down today," Habba to reporters outside the courthouse. "I was yelled at. And I've had a judge who was unhinged slamming a table," James, the New York Attorney General, told reporters she wasn't surprised by Trump's bullying. "He rambled, he hurled insults, but we expected that," James said. The documentary evidence demonstrated that in fact he falsely inflated his assets to basically enrich himself and his family. In statements to reporters and on social media, Trump pounded home his claim that the entire trial is politically motivated. Trump repeatedly mentioned his campaign, telling reporters after his testimony that the case can only be understood when you look at the poll numbers that came out today. He constantly appealed to voters to ignore his legal problems. "People are sick and tired of what's happening," Trump said. "I think it's a very sad day for America." Ivanka Trump, the former president's daughter and senior White House advisor, is scheduled to testify Wednesday. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than James, the New York Attorney General, said government lawyers will argue legal motions on Thursday. Then the defense will present their case, she said. "I will not be bullied," James said. "I will not be harassed.